Alright, well, I thought I was recording. Haven't missed much. We are on a different strategy than everyone else. And, yeah, we started off first and fourth, I believe. But right now we're on the mediums, everyone else is on the hards, and everyone's trying to make one stop, but we're going more aggressive. We've got a massive lead. We pulled away from the field. And it's kind of been a boring race, so probably good that I forgot to record half of this, so we'll condense everything in with another race as well. But at the moment, looking like we're going to easily win this unless the tires just can't make it. So Carlos working on trying to gain spots. He is nursing a bad engine. It's been slowing him down all weekend. But we can't afford to keep putting in parts for him because it's just going to cost us too much. So he's just going to have to use some old crappy stuff right now. We've pretty much secured second place in the constructors. So as long as Charles is getting 25 points, we're good. But yeah, just waiting to see how this one goes, and we'll be jumping to the end because nothing for us to do other than conserve here. Alright, Charles is in the pits, throwing the softs on. He's got to take them 12 laps and try to make up about 10-15 seconds. Maybe the Red Bulls pit again. Very doubtful though, but at least we got a 2.3 there. We do have aero damage, so he might be slower. We do come out ahead of Perez. Let's attack massively now.
Copy.
Well, we've pulled away from Perez. We've just set the fastest lap. We're out of battery. Pushing these tires hard. Just trying to gain everything back. They're on the hard tires, and they're on old hard tires, so a win is still possible. Not the way we want to do it, because it's going to cost us money, but there's a possibility we get this thing. I hope. We'll see. We've got a yellow. Stroll has been involved in something. Let's take a look at this.
Okay, so we've got De Vries. Not a lot of wiggle room here.
De Vries drives off track and Stroll drives into the back of him, and that is the wreck. No virtual safety car, so that is good because we can't afford to lose any time here. We're 1 second behind Max. We're going to be on the better tires. I'm charging everything up, saving fuel right now so that we can just make a huge push to the end. But, yeah, we are possibly going to get away with a win here and be very lucky that we had the gap that we did.
Less lift off.
Copy.
And a virtual safety car. Right after we go past the pits. And
here we've got a yellow flag.
Was the safety car just deployed, or is it just virtual safety car? Yuki and Valtteri, they come together. They both slide off track into the wall. We've got a full safety car now, so we're going to put Carlos onto the softs, hit this lap. But this takes away laps that we needed.
So safety car deployed.
We really needed those laps, and it's going to bring everyone back up onto us. So I don't know how this works out. Sainz is in the pits. Everyone ahead of him didn't pit, other than the Aston Martin. So, and Stroll's getting a penalty serve there. We're going to lose out to Russell, maybe to Magnussen, but now we're going to have to fight the Red Bulls. I don't think they can pit now, though. They're going to lose a lot if they do. We're on soft tires, but old tires. Yeah, I am not sure how this one's going to work out. Max has pit under the safety car. That's going to put him behind Perez, who did not pit.
Okay.
So Alonso and Max are going to be on fresh softs. The good news
And safety car in this
is
lap.
we are restarting with only 2 to
Try
go.
to focus on these tires to get ready.
So it is going to be all out here. Carlos is in 11th. Charles is the leader, coming around to the chicane for the restart. Let's hope we can pull away from those hard tires before Max gets around him. Thankfully, they're not too good about swapping around. Although Max is going to get a good drive and clear him probably into turn 1. He does not. That is good news for us. Charles just needs to push as hard as possible. So this is key here. How long does it take Max to get around Perez? Why didn't they pit Perez? I don't understand that one. But we are 1.5 seconds already up on him. Thankfully, they are not team ordering this one. And now we just need Carlos to make some damn passes back here with this terrible engine. Up to 2 seconds. Red Bull is screwing themselves. We've got a massive train back here. Carlos needs to be very aggressive, try to get into the points. But Charles, 2.3 seconds out. Max going around the outside there. And now what are those fresh softs going to do in a lap and a half? We're going to really see in the S's where the soft tires pay off. There was just a wreck. I just heard that. Something bad happened. It's like Kevin.
Oh, we've had
Let's
a
take
crash.
a look at this. I heard that. Someone crunched it into the chicane. Oh, he just gets drilled into the stands. Who was that? Was that Alonso or was that Stroll? Either way, it helps us out because that is less points for them. That is Stroll is out. Do we have a safety car? Because I don't know if we're going to have a safety car here because they're out of the race. They're stranded on the road. So we should be fine to win this. That gets signs up to 9th with those. I don't think the game is capable of throwing a safety car, or virtual safety car, at the final lap, but we luck out, get the win with the damaged vehicle, but we're going to have to pay a lot of money and use up some parts. But a win again. Carlos gets 8th with a broken car. And I think we still pull away from everyone that we're battling other than Red Bull.
Yeah, that was tough at the end.
Weird ending to that one, which was a very boring race up until then. Alright, so Charles closes up. 58 points behind. That's a big gap, though. Carlos drops all the way down to 5th now, as Fernando's able to jump him by 2 points. Constructor-wise, we get 30 points. Red Bull gets 30 points. Everyone else down here. So, we're still pulling away, and we know this battle's over with. Alright, we are taking grid penalties here in Qatar, but it's worth it. We got 6 races left, and we just need to get some good parts under us for those final 6 races. Alright, so it is sprint race time, and we're going to go mediums. Get away with softs, but I think we're going to go mediums.
We're ready for the sprint here in Qatar.
That is us on
And
pole.
it's lights out, and away
Do
we
the
go.
penalties happen after? Maybe the penalties happen afterwards. Or Or maybe the penalties didn't work right because it's a sprint weekend. I'm confused. This could all just be for naught if we do end up having to have grid penalties. So, I have no idea. Let's skip through this though, because this might all be pointless. And we're on mediums while everyone else is on softs, so it's going to be a late race charge for us again.
Continue, keep going.
10 to go in the sprint race. We have closed up on the Red Bulls, 2.5 seconds back behind Perez. And Carlos still struggling to kind of get through there, but we are making that charge now on these medium tires that should be a little better at the end of the race. With our fuel, we have used up our batteries, and we'll get those charged back up for a final push right at the end. All right, well, we have gotten close, 1.5 seconds back, and Carlos has made it up to 5th, but we came up a little bit short on fuel, being able to just push all the way. We're going to be getting the white flag in a bit. Charles is closing in. He might have DRS by the time we get to the detection zone. Let's see. It's going to be very close. He's pushing hard here. He's in it. Anything done, plus the tire heat is kind of reached its max. We'll see, though, if he can throw it up the inside there. Not going to be able to. Going to be hard to do it into the final turn, but we'll keep our eye on this. Carlos still in 5th. No pressure around him, and he can't pressure anyone else. Final turn. Not going to get there. Going to be close, though. And Max is going to hold us off to the line just barely. So 0.1 seconds between us.
The excitement continues to build as we approach the Qatar Grand
All right,
Prix.
we are going double softs to start this one off. Very aggressive. Try to get our way up there. Hope for some safety cars or something to help us out. But we've got the soft tires to deal with it, so
away we go.
Let's hope they can do something. And we're going to go high aggression and hopefully make up the ground. Maybe the Red Bulls just wreck each other out. Charles all the way in the back. Carlos right in the mid-pack mess. And I just hope we don't get tripped up too much back here. But we're still aiming for the 3rd and 4th. It's going to be difficult, though. Especially if we can't work our way through this field very quickly and everything is jammed up here. So, we're going to lose a lot of time to the front runners, but part of the deal. We had to take the engines and do something with it. I know that Carlos still has some parts bad, but Charles needed them for that final push to try to get 2nd in the championship.
Keep it smooth.
Already, tires are hot. We're going to have to back that down. I forgot to put in a little bit of extra fuel, but we'll just try to save that up at a later point. Tires on the field, lots of mediums. We should be making our way up through the field, but aren't right now. So we're going to push on fuel right now, and then we'll save at the end of the race. Charles only up to 19. Sainz has not done anything, and Sargent goes way off track there. That really screws up everything for Carlos. So I'm going to go and defend. I think the defend screws them up from what I've seen. We are not making any progress. That's not good news. So let's let this spread out for a bit, and then we'll make our charge once it all spreads out. I think that's our best bet. We've got the faster cars. We don't need to eat our stuff up in dirty air. All right, we're going to have Carlos pit this time. He is going on to softs. And then we have Charles just behind him, who also needs to pit. I think we can slow him down enough to be able to build a gap to double stack. Charles, and hope that Signs is moving right when he gets to the box. This is going to be very, very tight. He's in. And just 2.4 seconds. Great stop out of him. 2.4 seconds. And again, there was just a tiny bit of delay. But that worked out as good as I could have hoped for. So lap 30, everyone's went to hards. So it looks like they're trying to go to the end from here. More good news for us because we're going to throw on the mediums and hopefully be faster than them. So, yeah, it's turning out fairly interesting for being at a disadvantage, but we're working our way up, and no one's really had any issues out here on track either. We're just conserving everything right now. There's no need for us to really push. Just try to take this long, hope for a free pit stop with a safety car, and get in on the mediums. All right, final pit stops just happened, and we are now on the mediums, and we can push these things pretty much as hard as we want, push the fuel as hard as we want, and hope we can make some ground up on these hard tires. Taking a look at what everyone else is on strategy, Stroll is pretty much on our same strategy. Everyone else is on old hards. Hopefully, this means that realistically we can get a 5th with Charles, and maybe a 6th with Signs if he pushes hard. 3 to go. We're making a push at Alonso, but 11.8 seconds off. Not going to happen. Carlos has made it up to 7th. So it looks like a 4th and maybe 6th if Carlos can make it. But it's probably going to run out of battery and push fuel. So I'm going to assume 4th and 7th out of this one. Final lap, 4th and 6th at the moment. We're good on fuel. They're pushing the tires. We've got the fastest lap with Charles. So, you know what? Damage control done. And we can walk away happy with this 4th and 6th while getting new parts on the cars as well. So, we'll jump to the end of this, take a look at what the points end up being. Just fly past the McLaren there.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
So Max gets the win, we get 4th and 6th.
Okay, we'll focus on this and next one.
Up 14 places and 6 places. Red Bull's going to gain a ton of points, but again, we're not really racing them. What we're doing is racing everyone else, and we still outscore them all. So, once again, another positive, even though it was not as good of a race for us. I think we can say that this race is over for 2nd place in the Constructors, just because there's only 5 races left now, and we're looking fairly good. Driver standings, Charles is 2nd, and quite a ways ahead of Sergio. Carlos has got to get some good finishes in here, 10 points behind Fernando now. But, yeah, good battles to the end of the season. We're making a lot of progress, and hopeful that the new car is really quick as well. But that is for next season. We still got to focus on this season. Thanks for watching.